Good morning, students. So this is our free traversal implementation session. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about tree traversal implementation. Okay, we already solved many problems in order, pre-order, post-order, isn't it? So today just we are going to concentrate only on your implementation part. Okay, suppose if you have tree, let us assume that we already constructed a binary tree. Okay, and we are going to do a traversal. So if you want to perform a traversal means how we are going to do the implementation part. Okay, that we are going to discuss in the today's session. So today, first let me explain about this pre-order, post-order, then we go for it in order, because pre-order traversal will be more easy than that of our other one, because we are going to concentrate on your root node, isn't it? So what is the three steps you have to follow when the pre-order traversal means? So first, you have to print, that is you have to give preference to your root node. Okay, so next you have to give preference to your that is you have to traverse along your left subtree, then you have to go for your right subtree, isn't it? So this is the hierarchy you have to follow. That is your first, you have to give to your preference to your root node. Okay, I marked that one as C. Next one is L, next one is R. Okay, so this is the hierarchy you'll be following in your pre-order traversal. Okay, so this algorithm you have to implement in your like let us consider in your C language. I'm going to implement that one. So how this works, okay, that we are going to study in this today's session. And let us assume that I have created a binary tree. So this is your binary tree. Okay, so I have created this binary tree, and I'm going to print the elements which is present in your binary tree. So what are the elements means 9, okay, 7, 12, next one 6 and 8. Okay, so my aim is to print all those elements. Okay, so this is my aim. So in order to perform a pre-order traversal, let me see that how it gets printed. Okay, so first you all know that whenever you want to do a traversal, you will be in a root node. Okay, so let us assume that I have passed the root node address over there. Okay, so now current root node address will be the 7000. So what is the current root node address? So that is nothing but your 700. Okay, so once again let me explain the pre-order traversal, and I will go into the implementation part. Okay, so it will take 1 minute. Let me see this one. So how will you do the pre-order traversal? So first you will be in a root node. So first you have to print the parent node or the root node. Okay, you have to give preference to the parent node. Okay, so what happens here? I printed this number 9. Okay, so that is the value which is there in your root node. So from that root node, after printing that root node, I have to travel along your left subtree. Okay, so what is the left subtree? 200. Okay, sorry, left subtree address is 200. What is the value present in your left subtree? That is 7. So now this will be your current node. Okay, so now this is your current node, and what is your value means 7. So 7 gets printed. Next one, again you have to go along with your left subtree till you reach your null, isn't it? So again have a left subtree element, that is your 6. Again 6 is printed. So when I travel along, and after this what happens? I don't have any node. Okay, so within this I stop doing the iteration, and again what I will do means I will go back to your this place. Okay, so after left is over, okay, that is a root node is over and left part is over, means I have to travel along here right side. So in your right side, what is your node? 8 is your node. Okay, only that node I have. I'm going to print that one. So after this, I don't have any left or right. Again, I go back to your this side. Okay, when I completed your left subtree of your main root is over, means then I have to give preference to your right side. So after this, I am going to print the 12. So 12 is printed. Okay, so this is how we manually see, isn't it? Let's see when I use this coding how it works. Okay, so let us see this one. You all know that in your C language, the statements are executed in your sequential manner. So it means that first one, this part gets executed, and after this, if statement executed. Okay, so next one, second statement is print, this statement is executed, and third one is this, and fourth one is this part gets executed, isn't it? So let us assume that when I execute this program, what happens? So first I'm going to execute this program. When I execute this program, what will happen? I assume that I'm going to pass the root value. Okay, so this is the pointer, isn't it? So pointer data type means definitely it contains the address. Okay, let us assume that address of what? Address of the main root element. So what is the address of main root? Address of main root is nothing but 7000. Now I'm going to pass this 700. Okay, 700 over here. So what is the value of root? Value of root is 700. Okay. So after passing this one, so now at present my root address is 700. So I have executed this statement. So it enters into the function. So what is the first statement over here? So first statement, if root is equal to null, what you have to do, you have to return this one. So what is the value of this one? What is the root value? Root value is 700, which is not equal to null, isn't it? So what happens means you are not going to return. So next it enters into the second statement. So when it enters into the second statement, what happens? So you are going to print root of data. So what is the root of data? That is the 700 of data. What is the 700 of data over here? So 700 of data is, I hope you remember. So this is your data, and this is the left address, and this is your right child address. Okay, so this is the left child address, and this is your right child address, and this is your data, isn't it? Similarly, you decide all other nodes as it is. Okay. So next one, so now current data is 9. What is the value? So 700 of data. So after executing this one, I will print a 9 value over here. Okay, can you follow this one? So this, after executing second statement, 9 is printed. Once executing this statement, I go for a third statement, isn't it? So when I go for this third statement, what happens? What is the third statement? I am calling the recursion function. See here, why I say this is a recursion means because the function name and the calling function is also name is also a same. So here also I have a pre-order, and here also I have a pre-order. So when you have a same name, it's used inside your function means I call that one as a recursive function because I am calling the function which is inside my function itself. So this we call it as a recursion. So what I am doing means I am calling the pre-order root of next. Once when I execute this third statement, what happens? I am going to call again this function, isn't it? So what value I am passing over here? Root of left. So what is the value which is present in the root of left? See here, what is the value? What is the root value? 700, isn't it? So 700 of left is what? 200. So when I execute this statement, 200 is passed inside this as an argument. Now I get your root of left as 200 and it is passed. So and what I'm doing, I'm calling the recursion function. When I call this recursion function, what happens? Once again, I'm going to execute this function. I hope you follow this one. Okay. So once again, I'm calling this one. So when what happens is now I'm going to do this statement once again. Okay. So about what value I am passing, that is a what root value I am passing, I am going to pass the 200. Now what is the root value? Now current root value is 200 of this particular function. Okay, not 700, because when you are in this third statement, you are passing only the 200, that is the root of left is 200. So I am passing this 200 and I am calling this function. Okay, so now root value is 200. So 200 is passed over here. So again, what happens now? So I'm going to execute the first statement. So here it will check the root value as null or not. What is the value? So root value is not equal to null. So it will not return over here. And it will go for your second statement. What is the second statement? So second statement is root of data. What is the root value? Root value was 200. So 200 of data. So 200 of data. What is the node address value? That is 200. What is the 200 of data? So 200 of data is 7. So now 7 gets printed over here. Okay. So after printing this 7, okay, that is your second statement is over. After completing the second statement, it's move on to your third statement. So when it enters into the third statement, what happens? So here, pre-order of root of left. Okay. So what is the pre-order of root of left? What is the root value at present? Root value is 200, isn't it? So root value is 200. 200 of left. What is the value which is present in your 200 of left? See here, 200 of left is 400. Now I am going to pass 400 over here. Okay. It means that I am going to call again this function. Okay. So from here, that is your 400, I am going to pass. Again, I am going to pass this function. So I am going to call this function once again. I hope you follow this one. Okay, now what is your current root value? Current root value is 400. Okay, and remember this, I am in this position now. Okay, so now I am here. So now at present, what is the value of root node? Can anyone open your mic and tell me what is the current root node value when this root of left is passed? So now what value I am passing as a root value?
Null, ma'am.
When now I am in this one, my root of left. What is the root of left? I'm asking here.
After 200 it will be 400 now.
400. Okay, so that is your 200 of left is 400. So 400 I'm passing. So at present my that is your root value was, so passing and value as a root value is 400. Okay, so now I am passing 400. Thank you. What's your name?
Ma'am?
Your name?
Venkataramanan, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Okay, so now I'm passing 400. Okay, I didn't execute this statement, isn't it? Just I'm going to passing this 400. So 400 is passed over here. So after passing this 400, okay, so now what is the current root value? So current root value is 400. Now I'm here. Okay, so what I have to do means I have to execute the statements. Okay, so after passing this one, so what is the root node value now? Root node value is 400. Am I right? So now I have passed this value 400. Okay, now I have to execute all these statements. So what is the first statement? Whether it will return it or not, it will not return because my root value was 400. That is your root address is 400. It is not equal to null. Okay, so it will not return over here. It will execute your second statement. So I'm going to execute the second statement. So when I execute the second statement, what will happen? I am going to print this one, root of data. What is the value which is present in root of data? Is anyone? What is the value which is present in root of data? What is the root value? Root value is 400. What is root of data?
6, ma'am.
Yes,
6, ma'am.
Yes, good, ma'am. So root of data is 6. So 6 gets printed over here. Now I'm going to print the 6 here. And after printing this one, what I will do? So after printing this statement, I'll go for third statement, isn't it? So third statement, I'm going to move on your third statement. What is there in your third statement? I'm calling the pre-order of root of left. Now tell me what is the value which is present in the root of left? Your
Null,
root is 400. Yes. Yeah. Now null is passed over here. Okay. Now see here, null is passed. So I'm calling again the function. Okay. So I'm calling this function once again. So after calling this function, what will happen? So what happens here? Null is passed over here. So I'm passing null. Okay. So now what is the root element? Null is your root element, isn't it? So now tell me what happens here. So I'm passing a null over here. So I'm going to execute the first statement. Okay. So now what happens here? If root is equal to null, what I have to do? Return. Okay. I should not execute these statements. Okay. So if my root value is equal to null means I should return. So what is the root value now? Root value is null. So when the root value is null means I'm returning this statement. So at present, so here your root value is null and I'm returning your back to your previous statement. Okay. So I am returning over here. Can you see this diagram? So when your root value is null means I am returning. Returning what? I am going to return over to your previous part. Okay. That is after executing this statement, I am returning it, isn't it? So when I return it over here, what happens? So I am going to execute the fourth statement over here. Okay. So now I have to execute the fourth statement, and that is this part is over. That is your 400 of third statement is over. So when I call the statement, what happens means I have a null. That is 4000 of next happens to be null. I am calling the pre-order. So when I call this pre-order, what happens means if this value happens to be null, when root value happens to be null means I have to return back. So return back means what happens? I am returning to this statement back side. Okay. So I have to go for a backtracking. Okay. When I go for backtracking, what happens means next I have to execute this fourth statement. So this is how the recursion function works. Okay. So next one, I go for a fourth statement. Now tell me what is the current root value? Anyone? Whether it is a null or it is 400. You're here. Okay. So now you're here. Okay. When I'm here, what will be the current root value? Any guess? Let me tell you once again. Okay. So I'm that is your root of left. Let us consider now current. I have a root value as 400. So when root value is 400 means root of left is nothing but null. So I'm passing this null value over there. That is, it means that I'm executing the third statement. Okay. So after executing the third statement, what happens? Now my root value is nothing but your null. Okay. I'm passing this null over there. Okay. So after that, what happens? If root is equal to null means I am returning back to the previous one. When I return back to the previous one means what will be my root value, whether it is null or 400. That is my question. So when I null means I'm calling the pre-order function. Okay. So from this one, and I'm executing the new function over here. So at present my root value is null. Okay. So when my root value is null means I am returning back to that one. So when I am here means, so when I'm returning back means what will be my root value? Anyone? What will be my root value?
400, ma'am.
Yes, very good, ma'am. So your root value will be your 400 because so once I return back to this statements means what happens means it enters into this particular function, isn't it? So it enters into this function. What is the root value when I'm here means my root value is 400. So 400 of right it will see. Okay. So now I am passing the 400 of right. What is the 400 of right? What is the 400 of right? 400 of right
Null,
is null. Okay. So when I am this fourth statement, again I'm going to call another pre-order traversal function. Okay. So now again what happens? 400 of right I'm passing. So when I'm passing this 400 of right, what happens? I get a null value, isn't it? So I get null value means, so my current root value is what? Current root value is null. Okay. So if I execute first statement, what happens? So definitely if root is equal to null means I am going to return that one. Again, after executing this statement, I'm going to return back over here. Okay, so here in this part, what happens means all the 4 statements gets executed. When all the 4 statements gets executed means again from this part, I'm going to back over here. Okay, can you follow this one? When a function return statements means when you have a return statement or otherwise all the statements are completed means it will back to your previous one. Okay, so now after executing your 4th statement, I'm back to this part. Okay, because in this part what happens already 1, 2, 3 statements gets executed. Now when I return over here means, so what will be the root address of this one now? What will be the root address, ma? So after executing this statement, okay, so what will be the root address? So I have executed this null part is over. Okay, I am back returning back. Okay, so here what happens, this part gets executed, this part is also over. So what happens, I am returning all those things. Okay, now what happens, now what where I am means, so I am here. Okay, that is a 500. Once again, so here what happens means, so right part is null. Okay, so right part is null, so I am over here. So now what I have to do, so right part is also null. So now what happens, I go for your this statement, isn't it? Now I am here 500. So what is the root of right now? What is the root value?
500, ma'am.
Yes, that is your here root value is 500. Okay, now I'm going to pass here, that is I'm going to call and I'm going to pass here 500 over here. Okay, so 500 is passed. So what will happen now? So 500 is passed. So if root equal to null, definitely I will not execute this statement. So I will go for your root of data. What is the root of data? Root of data is 8. Can you follow this one? Now 8 is printed. Yes, 8 is printed. So after printing that one 8, what happens? Again it checks for the left and right. Okay, so what happens here? Again it gets null, isn't it? So what happens? Null means it return backs to here. Let us assume that it calling the null statement and return backs to here. Again it calls your next statement, return back to here. So this 4 statement gets executed. After executing this statement, what happens? I enter into the back part over here. So now my root address is 700. If my root address is 700 means I have to that is your I have to execute the 4th statement. So now current root address is 700. So what is the 700 of right? Because in your 4th statement, what you are doing? In your 4th statement, you have to do the root of right. Am I right? So what is the root value? Root value is 700. So 700 of right is nothing but your 300. Okay. So now I get 300. Again, I'm calling the function, pre-order function. So what I'm going to pass means I'm going to pass 300. Am I correct? So here I'm going to pass 300 over here. So when I pass this 300, again my root value is not equal to null. I'm going to print the data. So what data I will get it over here? What data I will get it here? What is the 300 of data?
12, ma'am.
300 of data is 12. So 12 gets printed. So now here I am going to print the 12 over here. So this is how this very simple code, 3 statement code gets work. Okay, so I'm calling these many times of your that is your inbuilt functions. Okay, sorry, not the inbuilt functions, recursive functions. Okay, so till I reach my null, okay, I'm going to do a recursive in a pre-order manner. Remember this one, I'm doing a recursion in a pre-order manner. Okay, so any doubt in this one? Yes. So students, if you have any doubt means unmute your mic or otherwise put it in a chat. So can you follow this one? If If it is okay only, easily you can understand your implementation of your binary tree or binary search tree or any type of recursion function, because in your tree data structure you are going to do everything in your recursion part only. Okay, it's the coding will be very simple and you are going to use the recursion. So it works like this. So if it is okay means I will go enter into the next slide. Is okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. What about others? Okay, now can you follow how this recursion function works? Whenever you get any recursion function means it's enter into the other new function calls. Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's see next one, post order traversal. Okay. So now you are going to give me the answer. Okay. How it works. Okay. So first one, post order traversal. You all know that it is just opposite that of your pre-order traversal. Okay. So in your pre-order traversal, you give preference to your that is your parent, isn't it? In your post-order traversal, you have to give preference to your what? Children. That is your first left child, right child. Next, you have to give preference to your root node. Okay. So let's see how this first left child gets printed. Next, you are going to print your right child. Okay. So first one, initially what address you will have means first one you will have a 700. Okay. So I have a 700 over here. Okay. So first you will have a address as a 700. Okay. I'm going to call this function. Let me name it as the same thing 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to execute the 4 statements. Okay. So let me tell you one thing. So now I'm going to pass a 700 address over here. So address of or value of root is 700. So if I execute this first statement, if I execute, actually I'm executing this function, isn't it? When I execute the first statement, what will happen? Root equal to null. Okay, what is the root value? Root value is 700. So what happens here? I will not return this function. I will execute second statement. So what is the second statement? So your second statement is I'm calling the recursion function because the post order names the same as in your function name, isn't it? So I'm going to call the recursion function post order. So calling what? So what value I'm going to pass? So 700 of left. So root of left means 700 of left. What is the 700 of left? 700 of left is 200. So here I am going to pass 200 over here. Okay. So now when I execute this second statement, so I am going to pass the value 200 and I am calling this function once again, isn't it? And passing the value as 200, not 700 now. Okay, so when I call this one, I will not have a 700. What is the value I'm going to pass? I am going to pass the 200. Okay, after passing this one, what happens? I am calling this function and my root value is 200. So 200 is passed over here. Okay, so again, I am going to do this first statement. Okay, so now my root value is not equal to null, so I will not return the statement. Next one, second function I am going to execute. So what is the root of left? Now my current root value is 200, isn't it? Now I'm here and my root value is 200. What is root of left? Can anyone tell me what is root of left?
400, ma'am.
Yes, root of left is 400. So I'm going to pass this 400 over here. Okay. So root of left is 400. So here I will have 400. What I will do? I will call again the pre-order traversal once again. So pre-order function once again. What value I'm going to pass means 400. Okay. So now my value, root address value is 400 and I'm going to pass this 400 over there. So now root address value is 400. I am again going to execute the first statement. So it's not equal to null. So I'm going to execute the second statement. Now tell me what is the root of left? 400 of left, isn't it? So what is the 400 of left? Now current root
Null.
as 400 of left is null, isn't it? So 400 of left is null. So again, I'm going to pass this one. Okay. So I'm going to call the function once again. So what value I'm going to pass means I'm going to pass null. Okay, so now here I have a null. So null I'm going to pass. When I pass this null, what happens here? So if root is equal to null means what statement you have to execute. Now I'm in the first statement and here root element is null and this one is 400. Am I right? So this one is 400 and now at present my value is null. So I am going to execute the first statement. If root equal to null means what I have to do? I have to return back to the function. So when I execute the first statement here, I see that root is equal to null. So what it means that I will not execute these three statements here. So these three statements will not be executed. I am back to the function. So from where this particular function called means from this one when I called this function, isn't it? So I'm returning back to this one. So what is the third statement I have to do? What is the third statement I have to do? What is the third statement? Anyone?
Root of right.
Yes, root of right. Okay, what is the root value now? What is the root value?
400.
Root value is 400. 400 of right. What is the 400 of right?
Null.
Null.
Yes, 400 of right is null. Okay. So 400 of right once again. So I'm in a third statement and I get, when I do this root of right, I get a null, isn't it? Again, I get null because 400 of right is null. So when I call again this function, I'm going to do this null, isn't it? So when I do this first statement, so again return back to this one. So now what you have to do? You have to execute the fourth statement. Okay. Now what is the fourth statement? So fourth statement is root of data. What is the root of data? What is the root value now? So root value is
400.
400. What is the root of data? So root of data is
6.
6. Okay. Root of data is 6. So what I'm asking it to do? Print of root of data. Okay. I'm going to ask the compiler to print it, isn't it? So 6 is printed. So this is how first value gets printed in your post order traversal. Okay, can you follow this one? So in your pre-order traversal, so we had this statement in your first itself. That's why we printed this one. That is the root element gets printed. But here what happens? I'm going to move that statement as the fourth statement. So after doing a post order till I reach your last leaf node, I am calling the recursion function, and last only I am going to print the leaf node. Okay, that is your left subtree of your child. So I get your this first element to be printed as a 6. Okay, can you follow this one? So now leaf node gets printed. That too left child prints first. So after this, what I have to do? Actually, I have to print the right child, isn't it? In the case of a post order traversal, after printing the 6, I have to print this 8. This is the procedure, am I right? That is left, right, then only I have to print the root node. I have to print the 6, next I have to print this 8. After this only I have to print this 7. This is the procedure. Let's see this one, how it gets worked. So after printing the statement where this control flows, so 8 enters into this, it returns back to this statement. Now you have to execute the third statement. Now tell me what will be your root address. So now what will be your root address, ma? You are in a third statement. What will be your root address now?
500, ma'am.
You're in a third statement of this part, pa. So you are in this part. Now I have not done root of right. Okay. So now you are in a third statement. Now current root address. What is it? Current. You have not executed a third statement. Before executing a third statement, what will be your root address? I'm asking. What is the root address?
200.
Yes, your root address is good. Root address is 200. When I execute this statement, root of right, you will get the answer as 500. Can you follow this one? So after executing this statement, you will get your value as 500 and I'm passing this value over here. Okay, so now my root value gets 500. Okay, so now what happens? I'm calling another function. When I execute this statement, I call this another function whose root value is 500. Okay, so now what I'm doing? So 500. So after doing this one, what will happen? So I will check whether my after passing this one, what it will check. What is the first statement? If root equal to null or not, isn't it? What is the root value? Root value is, what is the root value? So I'm here, mom. Third statement, I'm passing the 500. So I'm entering into the statement. It will check the statement whether its root is equal to null or not. Now, what is the current root value? Root value is 500.
500.
Whether it will execute the state return or otherwise, I will go to a second statement.
Second statement, ma'am.
Yes, you will enter into the second statement. It means that first one, it will not satisfy the condition. Therefore, I enter into the second statement. What is the second statement? I have to call the root of left. Okay. So what is the root of left? So root of left means 500. 500 of left. Okay. So now I'm here. So I'm passing this function. So when I see this one, 500, 500 of left. What is the 500 of left? 500 of left is null. Okay. So now again this one, what happens? Null means what happens? I have to return it, isn't it? So root of left, again I'm passing this null value over here. I have to return the statement. So if it is null means what I have to do? I have to go back. Okay. From here I'm returning this one. Next I have to do which statement? Third statement. So again I have to do the third statement and I'm calling another pre-order function. What is the third statement I have to do? Root of right. What is the root? Current root now. Current root is 500. I'm passing this one. So root of, that is your 500 of right is, what is the 500 of right? 500 of right is null. Okay, again I'm passing this 500 of right, null. Again I get back to this one. Okay, so I'm get back into this one. After get backing this one, I have to execute the fourth statement. What is the fourth statement? So both are null. Okay, see if it is both are null means I'm returning back to this one. So what is the fourth statement I'm doing? Fourth statement is root of data. What is the root of data?
8, ma'am.
8. Okay.
8, ma'am.
So 8 gets printed now. So I'm asking you to print 8. So 500 of data is 8 is printed. So after printing this 8, what I have to do? I have to return back to your that is your previous position. So after executing the whole part, what I'm going to do? I am returning back to your this statement. Okay, can you follow this one? So now I'm going to execute the fourth statement over here. Okay. So after executing this fourth statement, what is the fourth statement? Your root node is when you enters it back means your root element will be 200. Okay. So now I have to execute the fourth statement now. So what is the fourth statement now? That is your root of data. What is the root value? 200. What is the 200 of data?
7, ma'am.
7.
Yes.
Ma'am.
Yes, 200 of data is 7. Okay, so now 7 gets printed. So now here I am going to print this 7. When this one is over means that this all the 4 statement gets over, isn't it? So what it will do? After this, I am going to return back to the previous one. Can you follow this one? So now I am going to do the third statement because I have done only the second statement over here. Now here I have to do the third statement. What is the third statement? I have to call the recursive function, that is the post order of root of right. Okay. So what is the root value now?
700, ma'am.
Yes, your root value is 700. Good. So root value is 700. So 700 of right. What is the 700 of right? So I have to pass
300.
Yes, 700 of right is 300. Good, ma. 700 of this one is 300. So I'm passing this 300. It means that it's calling 300, isn't it? So 300 I'm going to pass. Again, I'm going to call this 300. over this one. So it is not equal to null. Okay. So after that, what happens? I am calling this another function. Okay. That is the root value is 300. So I'm going to execute the first statement. First statement will not be executed because your root value is not equal to null. Okay. So I'm going to execute the second statement. So what is the second statement? Post order of root of left. What is the root of left? 300 of left. Okay, so 300 of left is nothing but null. Okay, so I'm passing this one. Okay, I'm calling this statement whose value is equal to null. So if it is null means again I'm going to return back to this one. So I'm going to execute after this one third statement. So in your third statement, root value is 300, isn't it? 300 of right you have to execute. Third state. What is the third statement? Root of right. So root of right is 300 of right. Okay, 300 of right is nothing but null. So I'm going to call this statement again. Here I get the value as null. So if it is null means again I get back to this one. So after returning to this one, now I am in a third statement. Then after that I have to execute the fourth statement. Now tell me what is the value gets printed over here. When I execute the statement, yes.
12.
You are going to print 12. Good. You are going to print this 12. After printing this 12, what will happen? After printing this 12, where I will go? After printing this 12, I enter into this statement. Okay, returning back this one. Okay. So I entered from your third statement from here. After completing the whole thing, I am returning back to this one. So now I am ready to execute my fourth statement. So what is there in your fourth statement? Fourth statement is root of data. What is the root of data? Here, what is the root of data? That is 700. What is the 700 of data? 700 of data is 9. Now this 9 gets printed. So now here I am going to print the 9. Okay, so this is how your post order gets work. Okay, time is 11 something. Okay, ma. So any problem in this? I've taken 2 more minutes. Yes, any doubt, ma? Please, any doubt? The same procedure you have to follow for your in-order traversal also. Please note down this coding in your notebook. Okay, try like this manually how it works and see that whether you are getting this in-order answer. Okay, whether you can do this one. Okay, so manually you try it like this and execute like this. Okay, so when you do like this only, you know how it actually works, and on your own you can write your own codings. Okay, can you follow this one? Please take this one in your notebook and do it by yourself. Yes, thought of asking some quiz.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, nothing. Can we continue in the next class? Time.
Yes, ma'am. If they don't have any doubt means let me stop this one.